form of energy is of multiple ways. One is the electrical energy. The second one is the mechanical energy. The third one is chemical energy. Fourth one is wind energy. Fifth one is solar energy. Sixth one is kinetic energy. Next one is the potential energy. So like this, actually, there are many forms of energy. So it's not a single form. Now here actually, there is a theorem called law of conservation of energy. Law of conservation of energy. Now here actually, law of conservation of energy, what it states is, energy can never be created nor destroyed. Can never be created nor destroyed. So this is a most powerful statement in physics. Now energy can never be created nor destroyed. Then actually, where is the energy that is coming from? So if you can't create it, then how can you make use of the energy? So because we are talking about different forms of energies, all these forms of energies actually we are using it, and somewhere it has to come, right? So where is the source of energy? Because energy can't be created. So as energy can't be created, there has to be some source of energy always present, and that energy we can make use to convert from one form to another form. So that is, the energy is created only by the nature. So the nature is the only component which can create the energy. No human being can create the energy. So that's why the energy, whatever is available, is actually comes in different forms of energy. That is oil and natural gas, coal, right? And then actually wind, geothermal, solar. So if you notice, all these energies, whatever is, right, we notice all these energies are coming from the ground, or actually some form of the nature only. So oil and natural gas actually both comes from the bottom of the earth, and coal is also from the bottom of the earth. Wind is actually natural wind that is coming, and then actually geothermal energy. If you go deeper of the earth, then there actually a high amount of heat is going to be produced over there, and that energy is called as the geothermal energy. And the solar energy, you already knows about this. The solar energy, it comes from the sun, and all these forms of energies are the only sources of energy, right? So these are the only sources of the energy. That means, so here actually nature is the only one which is creating all these energies. No human being is involved in creating these energies. Even the water head also is one form of energy. Suppose actually on top of the hill, suppose Nasik, if you take it, on top of Nasik actually the water is going to be generated. So top of the Nasik hill actually the water was generated, and that water actually from the top to the bottom of the hill actually it slowly comes down. Now this, while coming from the highest position to the lowest position, so it loses its potential energy. That energy is converted into the kinetic energy or the mechanical energy of the turbine, and that turbine is going to be used to rotate, and then it will convert the potential energy into the electrical energy that will be supplied to our house. So here if you notice, again the water head is created. Water head meaning water possessing at the top level of the hill. So that's what we mean that, so water head. So that water head is even created from the nature only. No human being is creating there. So that is why, so all these form of energies are coming naturally, hence it is limited. So nobody can create it. Whatever is present already, that you can make use of it. So that's the reason actually many countries actually the wars are declared only to gather or get these energies from one country to another. So most of the times actually if you notice Iran, Iraq are actually this Kuwait kind of countries actually are got victims just because of the reason that actually they have huge amount of these natural resources. So as these natural resources are there in their countries, then actually every country is actually willing to acquire that energy from there. So because actually nobody can create it. So it's already there, it's available at only one location. Now actually somebody has to grab it. So that's the reason actually many of the wars actually runs around only due to this particular energy. Right? So once we got the energy from the base source, then we will be converting from one form to another form. Suppose if you want to ride the bike, then actually you are putting oil as the energy over there. So, or the petrol you are putting on the bike. Now, once you put the petrol is converted into the heat energy first. So that heat energy is used to generate the motion of the piston. So that piston is nothing but a methodology which can be used to convert the heat energy to the mechanical energy. That mechanical energy is used to rotate the wheel of the bike and the bike will move. So here again, that petrol is the one actually which is the energy that is useful there. We are converting that petroleum energy into the mechanical energy and we are moving the bike or car or lorry or anything like that. And similarly, even the generators also, if you take it, you put oil in the generator and that oil actually is burned and then actually the heat energy is going to be generated. That heat energy is used to convert the heat energy into the mechanical energy, and then mechanical energy is the one which is used to rotate the generator. That generator will generate the electricity that will be used in our house. So that again, the electrical energy is converted into multiple formats. That electrical energy is used to burn the lights, and it is used to rotate the fan, and it is used to rotate the motors, and it is used to run the mixes. So any form. So finally, all these forms of energies, if you notice, the first method what we are going to use, whatever may be the kind of energy that is available, we will try to convert that into mechanical energy. So mechanical energy is nothing but the way we move the body from one location to another location. So there actually the mechanical energy, we say that it is generated if you are able to move somehow. And that mechanical energy, most of the times, that is around 80% of the time, what we do is this mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. So electrical energy is the end most of the times. So whatever may be the form of energy that is available, you finally brings into the form of electrical energy. Why? Because electrical energy is the one which can be easily transmitted from one location to another location. That means, suppose from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, if you want to transfer one tank of oil, then actually you need a big tanker, you need a lorry, and you have to move all the way from the Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Then actually it takes days of time. Suppose if you take the other case, suppose there is an electrical line that is from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Then actually the moment when you put the wire over there in the Kashmir, then immediately the energy that you can use at the Kanyakumari. That means, see this, how fast it is and how easy it is. So very fast and very easy to transmit the energy from one location to another location if it is of the electrical form of energy. So that's the reason almost every energy is converted into the electrical energy. And the another important aspect of this electrical energy is that can be converted into any of your own interested energy formats. That is, the electrical energy can be used to burn the lights, the electrical energy can be used to rotate the fans, and the electrical energy can be used to rotate the mixie, and the electrical energy can be used to bring the water from the ground as a motor, and that is, you can use it. And electrical energy can be used to run the ovens, and then the electrical energy can be used to burn the furnaces, so that you can do all the metallic equipment. And this kind of, all such kind of applications are just designed based on the electrical energy. The reason being, the electrical energy is the one which can be easily converted from one form to another form. and all the forms can be converted into the electrical form, and electrical energy can be easily transmitted from one location to another location just by putting one wire. So that's the reason almost all the times actually we finally study only the electrical engineering, because the electrical energy is the one which has got infinite number of applications. But the base is actually everything is coming from this kind of energy format. So these energies are actually naturally available. Nobody can create it. So that's why the law of conservation of energy is valid everywhere. Now here actually the work is an intermittent format. That is, suppose if you notice, there is oil, and this oil is nothing but in the form of chemical energy. So this is the chemical energy. And then this chemical energy is converted into the heat energy, because you are burning this oil and then you are producing heat. And then actually, after you produce the heat, this heat is used to generate the steam out of water. So you are just actually heating the amount of water in this particular boiler, and then actually a steam is generated at this particular location. So this energy is called as the steam energy. Steam energy. And this steam energy is used to, so this steam with very high pressure actually, it is come out with a nozzle. So this point is called as the nozzle. That means a small hole is kept within this, and then actually huge amount of pressure is going to be generated, because you are continuously heating this particular boiler. And this boiler actually, the energy is coming from this heat energy, and then you are heating the boiler, and then within the boiler huge pressure is getting generated, and then that pressure is coming out in this way from a small hole, which will create, or there is a fan that is going to be there here, and this fan actually is, so on this fan actually you are applying a huge pressure, automatically this starts rotating. So this starts rotating, and then this is connected to the generator. So this energy is called as the mechanical energy. So this is the mechanical energy. So mechanical energy, in other words, we can call this as the kinetic energy also. And this kinetic energy is used to rotate the generator, and that generator will generate the electrical energy. So finally, it is converting from one form to another form. Right? So finally, one form to another form actually it is done. Now here actually energy is converted. So this is the energy, and this is converted into another form of energy by doing some work, and then actually this is converted into another form of energy. Now here actually, if you notice here, this is a pressure energy, and this pressure energy is converted into the electrical energy, converted into the mechanical energy. In the mechanical energy, if you notice, this is doing some work on this by moving this, and this work actually is converted into the mechanical energy. That mechanical energy is used to rotate the generator, and there actually that mechanical energy is getting converted into the electrical energy. Now in between the electrical energy and this pressure energy, if you notice, there is a kind of movement that is going to be there. That means that movement is done by this pressure, which means there is some work done by this, and this will do the work on the generator. The work which is done on the generator is converted into the electrical energy. See this? Now there is an intermittent component of the energy while moving from one form of energy to another form of energy. So even in this particular case also, suppose if I take I am moving this pen from the ground to this particular height. Now if you notice here, if I have to move this body from ground to this level, I need to have energy, but somewhere I have to get that energy. So from where I get the energy? Because I am eating. So I am eating food, I got the energy. From where actually I got that food? That is from again nature. So from nature actually I got the food, and that food actually I am eating, I got the energy. Now I have done some work on this particular body by consuming my energy. So because actually if I lift this particular body, then automatically I feel that I got tired because I am doing work. So as I am doing work, I got tired, and this work whatever I have done, so that is going to be transferred to this body. On this body it is stored in the form of energy. Now if I leave it, then actually it is ready to do the work. That work is in the form of this body is moved from this location to the ground location, meaning it is releasing the energy and it is doing the work on the nature at this particular location. So this pen is doing the work now in the way that it is moving from this height to the ground. So work and energy are always actually interchanging from one form to another form. So work is converted into energy, energy is converted into work. So this actually keeps on, goes everywhere. And in this particular process, the law of conservation of energy holds good. That means if you do the work, that is exactly converted into the energy, and that energy will be exactly released to the society again. So in the form of one or the other forms. So finally, work and energy are equal. So this is the work is nothing but doing, and energy is nothing but has it. So this, I am doing work on this, it has got the energy. So that is how you need to interpret it. So I hope you got a fair clarity on what is work and what is energy.